Hey y'all, and welcome back to Mulberry Branch Farm. Today we're trying to finish up the long-awaited duck pen project. Look at that beauty. The house is finally up. It's framed. Those boards are on that we reused from our old buck pen. The ducks are going to love this. We're getting ready to put on the roof so that this project can finally be behind us. And we're trying to put it in the rearview mirror because kidding season is right around the corner, and all of the craziness that ensues during goats giving birth can be a little overwhelming. So we need to focus on that instead of the duck house. Dexter, how are you? Hi. 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 Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. See, that nose went down. See, that nose went down, huh? Did your nose go down? It did. It went down. Good boy. The Benadryls helped, huh? What are you doing? So today is one of the few days that we've had sunlight. It's not terribly cold, and we do not have any plans on a Sunday. That's really rare. On a Saturday. That's really rare here. So I have had a really hard time keeping up with things over the last year due to a lot of reasons, and that's okay. Sometimes things just get away from you. The one thing that got away from me that I look at it now and I'm like, why am I rolling these up? Because I'm gonna have to put them back down, is our ground cover for our corn that we grow here and for other types of in-ground crops, because this is our in-ground garden. What I'm going to do after we get these up, which Joe's been sweet enough to, she's helping me with all of it today, but she's being very vocal about her opinion of this type of work. But just past Joe, there's actually a manure pile, and we're gonna do what we did last year. I put all of my manure, I put all of my dirty bedding over there, and in the wintertime we bring it over here to the garden and we add and amend to our soil to make sure our soil is healthy. It has natural balance. We add good organisms into the ground that are beneficial for all of the plants that we grow. Soil is important. Often overlooked. Dirt is dirt. That's what I used to think. But it's important to have a good... Cat doesn't want to get off. Going for a ride. Joe, don't wrap him up. Get him out. As I was saying, it's important to have good balanced microorganisms in your soil to help promote the plant growth that we plan to have here. Because though you might not know it, when you plant anything in the ground, it requires nutrients to grow, which means it has to take nutrients from somewhere, which is your dirt. And a lot of things don't return too much nutrients back. So what we'll do is we're going to take the poop and all of the hay that have nutrients to dispatch onto our soil. We're going to let the chickens come over here. I'll be feeding chickens over these piles for the rest of the winter, and they will gradually scratch this out. And once they've scratched it out, or we've spread it out enough, I will I plan to get a tarp, like a big garden tarp, to kill all of the weeds from germinating, because we won't plant anything in here until May, but we'll have quite the warm spells between now and May. And that heat on a black tarp will pretty much destroy any of the weeds that are thinking about germinating. So that's what we're doing today. Joe's got all of my tarps all rolled up, so I can take them out there and then we're gonna fold them. So I'm sure she'll be super happy about that too. Oh, Mossy, I'm coming, baby. No, girls, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get, Mossy. You okay, baby? Did you get cast? You're okay. You're okay. Here we go. I know. Oh, there you go. Easy does it. Easy does it. Easy does it. Easy does it. Easy. Calm. Shh. Shh. You're okay. Shh. Easy. Poor thing. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? You're okay. Easy. Good girl. You're okay. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, guys, come on. So Miss Mossy was what we call cast. I do not know how long she's been there. Her back's wet, so I know she's been there for a little bit. I was actually working, and Mark went to the window and was like, hey, Mossy looks like she's rolled over on her back. And sometimes they do that. They'll roll to itch. But she was what you would call cast. So she had either been pushed over or laid over and went to her back and couldn't right herself. So she's breathing a little hard. But honestly, like she's stressed. But that can cause her digestive system to twist, and it can cause bloat. So she looks like I'm just gonna be monitoring her the rest of the day. That's the first time I've had anybody do that. And obviously Mossy is large and in charge, and she's doing about 2 weeks. Are you 2 weeks? Or are you about 3 weeks? You might be 3 weeks out from this week. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you all right, sweetums? Are you all right, poor girl? You're my older girl. And these two idiots quit. That's why I don't have any good genes. They're all farm genes. Because idiots like Oozy Badoozy, and Tank. But I'm going to be watching her because that was a little bit scary. Thank goodness Mark saw that and told me what was going on. I've got kind of watching some girls. That's where it's the kicker, is because see, they get so close to these dates too that something like that can happen and cause her to go 3 weeks early, or it could cause her to die or hurt herself. So I mean, when I tell you that the bad thing about raising livestock, especially goats, is that 24/7 they're either thinking homicide or suicide. And that's it. That's all they, that's like the, hi sweetheart. And you're in heat, so you're loud. So there's a lot going on out here, but hopefully she's okay now. They were all out trying to get the grasses starting to green up, and I'm trying to get a break on my hay for a little bit, but she seems like she's okay now. The rafters are up and the purling strips are on. Mark, you're almost done.
Yeah. Checking off the list.
Checking off the list. We have the metal for the roof, so we'll just be taking, probably tomorrow. We have to get ready to go take Jo to her guitar lessons tonight, but here you guys go. That's our long time of coming duck house. We're gonna have a sliding barn door on the front there, and we'll be putting linoleum in on the inside just to kind of waterproof the floor and make it easier for cleaning. But it's a little crazy to say this, oh my goodness, we started this, COVID time. COVID in August. The planning and starting to put in like the fence. So.
We dug the holes in late October for the.
Yeah, late October. We've left this top portion right here open because I looked at my old duck house. I'm like, well, I would really like to have a window, but the framing was already done. We were pretty much already done with the walls because that's how I roll. And I said, well, why don't we just use plexiglass right here on the end? I mean, I can even drill holes, like tiny holes for ventilation in there if I really wanted to.
Which will probably leave ventilation.
Yeah. But it's almost done. Does it feel good to almost be done with it, babe?
It does.
Everything except for the metal, which is a two-man job, just to make sure it goes up and it gets placed correctly. And everything else that we do can pretty much be a single person job for the most part. So that's where we're at on the duck house. So happy it's almost done. Hi, dude. So you guys can see we're moving on to the next part of our training. So today is actually our first due date. And I've become aware that there's going to be a time where I can't bring Dexter in here. Dexter needs to learn to stay in with his bucks And that Rex is at that point too, where I feel like he's pretty trustworthy, but I want to get him used to the situation first. So I've actually got a panel in front of this side of the barn. And since Mark put in those gates, it's real easy. I actually have about the same space, if not more, over here in these combined stalls as I did in the normal run. So now Rex can come in at night and he can lay in here and he can bond and he can be close to his goats. Because since today is our first due date, so I'm going to have to start closing that other side up to allow for does with their kids that are kind of getting used to being out in the field and getting used to him, because this will be his second and third set of kids that he's been introduced to. He's doing really great with chicken hawks, but I really need to be able to have a space for him to come in when the weather isn't great, but also protect my herd while he's learning and still bonding with them. I'm pretty darn confident with him. Even at 9 months, actually this month he'll be in March he'll be 10 months old. So really he's at that point where I should be able to start exercising a little bit of trust with him. And I'm sorry if you hear screaming. Pinky and Dreamer are in their kidding stalls for the first time tonight. They're not going to go tonight. Neither one of them have lost ligaments. But I need to get them used to being over there. And boy, are they mad. And the temperatures have dropped. It was almost 70 yesterday, and it's getting down into the teens tonight. So I just want to make sure in case they progress quickly and they lose ligaments in the middle of the night and they have kids, that I have them in a nice draft-free area with heat lamps. But see, he realizes he's saying hello to him through the gate, which is good. But this also means that Dexter isn't going to be coming in tonight. And wow, I don't feel like that's a bad thing. I think it's time for him, and he's real good with the bucks. Separating these two was the best thing I could have done for him training-wise. I mean, really, it was. They really take into their group and know those are their charges. He's bonded to his bucks. He's sitting over there very patiently waiting to be fed, which I'll go over there in a minute and do it. I'm gonna close up this. But tonight he's not gonna be put back in with Rex. It's time to go that next step. And even though the buck pen is not that far on the outside of my bedroom window, it might be a sleepless night for me, but it's time. And there does come a time too, even with things like this, where you're unsure, because I'm unsure. I'm gonna be checking on him a lot throughout the night. But trust but confirm. So I trust him, but I will confirm by checking on him throughout the night. This is just the next chapter, and I'm excited to be progressing to this point. And just like that, y'all, it's got a roof. You can see, like, right back there, we have to get some more boards down from that fence, which we're gonna go get some panels tonight so that we can put the panels up, bring the fence planks down and put them over here. And we're gonna do, goodness, what's that stuff called? It's too early in the morning for me right now. Plexiglass up here. I'm gonna do the door. We're gonna put some linoleum laid down on the inside either tonight or tomorrow. And the duck house will be officially done. So outside of that, I'm walking through posts right now. So this is all gonna be fenced off around. And then this area that I'm in right here with the old chicken coop, now duck house, will be obsolete and removed. The landscape's changing here on the farm. No, you're right, you don't. We could always get more T-posts back in here too, though. We'd always wanted to do that, and I think the reason we were glad we didn't